So, thank you, first of all, to the roots of my motivation. I really conducted this research out of my optimistic belief in humanity and that we can change the world for the better, even in times of climate crisis. And I really wanted to have a positive impact on people and the climate at the same time. So therefore, I looked at an existing project in eastern Uganda, where this device called WADI is applied and given to 2,000 households, helping them to do solar water disinfection. The project was started in 2019 by BOKU and the partner who found the device. The project area in Uganda, these are pictures from there, there's quite insufficient water supply, so people really have a lot of waterborne diseases, and there's a lot of deforestation going on, cutting the branches of the trees because they need to boil their water before consuming it because it's unsafe. But there's an easy alternative to boiling, because SODIS is just needing the power and the UV radiation of the sun. You just fill your water, your unsafe water, in bottles, put it in the sunlight, turn on the device, and the device is just measuring the UV radiation and tells the people when it's safe to drink. So my research question was, what is the actual impact of SODIS with this WADI in this project? And therefore essentially it's about coming from this scenario to this scenario where first the people boil their water to then they practice SODIS. And the effectiveness of the method SODIS is known for 30 years or more already. So it kills bacteria in unsafe water. And a recent study also found that it's the cheapest, easiest, and most sustainable way of household water treatment. So I also focused in my empirical research, I focused on the behavioral change of the people. Since 3 years now, they got this device and they changed their practices. And I could get insight in the data of over 200 households. So you see pictures from the survey there. A local field team helped me to conduct this survey. And you get impressions of how the people live and how their huts look like. And I really compared this data I found with a baseline data study which was conducted before the project activity started. And I did a pre and post analysis. So that's how it looks like when the WADI is in use. And it really saves the wood from being burned, so it saves the CO2 from coming into the air. And it's based, the whole CO2 calculation I did is based on the gold standard method, which in simple words, you take the baseline emissions before the project and subtract all the leftover project emissions within the project and then multiply it with the usage rate of this device and some other parameters. And what I found is that per WADI per year, that's an impact of CO2 reduction of over 2 tons. If you sum it up to all households over 5 years, it's over 21,000 tons of CO2, which still might be just a little step in solving global climate change, but it's a huge contribution to people's lives there, because as you can see, not just SDG 13, but also 8 other SDGs are impacted in a positive way by this project. And here you see the wedding cake model from Stockholm Resilience Center, and the colored SDGs are impacted by it. So you really see important SDGs being impacted. SDG 6, of course, 16,000 people profit from the project and get clean water on a daily basis nowadays. And they did not just get the WADI, they also got some latrines being built and hand washing facilities. So they really profited in many ways, which caused a reduction by half of the overall sickness that was reported. Also the waterborne diseases like diarrhea and typhoid could go down, and also cough, the chronic cough from inhaling the smoke of the firewood went down quite a lot. As the WADI was given to the women there, because water is a women's chore in Africa, it is a big chance of female empowerment through technology, and saved them 2 hours and 2 kilometers of walking to get the firewood every day. Yeah, and that's the focus group online meeting I did. So that's me in the screen talking to the people under the orange tree in their village. Sadly, I couldn't travel there by my own due to travel restrictions in COVID times, but still they shared a lot of personal stories and success moments with me. This man, for example, reported that his kids can go to school much more often nowadays because they are not that sick anymore. And also a district health officer I talked to told me that his learning from the project was that if you allow communities to take decisions in a participatory manner, because in the end of the day, they will be owned by the communities. And now the wadi and the bottles are owned by the community. So exactly that was the case from the beginning on in the project. People were included, and so they are really taking up the program now. Yeah, overall, I have to say my findings showed me how interconnected are a good example of how interconnected safe water, improved livelihood, environmental protection, and also climate mitigation can be. And for solving global problems like climate change, it needs a lot of local solutions that are clean, safe, and also giving well-being to the people. Yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for all the people that were included in the project. And now I'm happy to answer your questions like these people did 1 year ago with my questions. Thank you very much for listening.